A male college student came to see me, and the look in his eyes was smug. He said he had that condition. I want it every day, and most girls can't keep up with me. But it's okay. There's this married woman who takes care of me every day. I didn't realize how great a married woman was before. She's a treasure. Oh yeah, that woman's name is Rainey Lin, a famous dance teacher. Her body is so flexible, and her mouth, her moans, are just amazing. Rainey Lin was my wife. The young man sitting across from me was arrogant. I glanced at his medical history. Caleb Wu, 20 years old, a college student. Have mistresses become so blatant? Dr. Lin, don't you think this kind of ailment can only be cured by a woman? He spoke again, taking out a pack of cigarettes to light. No smoking in the hospital. I reminded him, and I noticed that his cigarette case was customized, pink with a bow. I paused. The case was identical to Rainey's. Was it a coincidence? Oh, okay. My lower body is killing me, Dr. Lin. Can you take a look? He put the case back, his eyes mischievous, like a child playing a prank. I didn't know what he was trying to do. I pulled the curtain and told him to lie down. Take off your pants. He took off his pants and I saw a tattoo on his inner thigh. It was the profile of a woman, looking up at his groin, like she was kissing his. Sorry, Dr. Lin, the married woman I'm seeing likes to play it up. She said it was fun, that's why I got the tattoo. She comes to see me every day. Without her, I think I would die of loneliness. Caleb was getting carried away. I was disgusted. I sighed. Stop talking. I need to examine you. Take off your underwear. He pulled it off, and it had a kiss mark. He laughed. Haha, I just fed her this morning. She said she'd be back after class. Said that her old man can only go once, but I can do it 7 times. There's no such thing as doing it 7 times a night. I stared at him. Medically speaking, 1 time a night is normal. If you actually do it 7 times, that's a problem. You could develop prostatitis and impotence. His face fell. Dr. Lin, I think you're just jealous, and that's why you're saying that. And I've been doing it for a few months and I'm fine. Lots of girls want to sleep with me. He puffed out his chest, putting on his underwear. He was a unique patient. I knew he was in college. I didn't know how he was doing his studies, so ignorant. I didn't say anything. I just gave him a prescription. He seemed off. He didn't seem like he had that disease. He seemed high. I handed him the paper. I was going to remind him, but he said, oh yeah, that married woman's name is Rainey Lin, a famous dance teacher. Her body is so flexible, and her mouth, her moans, are just amazing. I froze, lost for a moment. Dr. Lin, what's wrong? Caleb came closer, smiling. I realized that the case wasn't a coincidence. He wasn't here because he was sick. He was here to taunt me. My hand clenched the pin. I tried to control myself. Nothing. I just want to tell you not to do drugs. It's dangerous. You have your whole life ahead of you. Don't joke around with your body. His smile vanished, and his fist tightened. I'm not on drugs. You're just jealous. I'm young and strong. I'm a warrior, and you're just a weakling. He kicked over the chair and left. The noise made my colleagues come in. They asked what happened. I smiled. Nothing. It was just my wife's lover. I crushed the pin. Rainey hadn't been home much. She always said she was training students. I believed her, but she was having an affair. No wonder she was always tired and didn't want to have sex with me. She was getting full somewhere else. I picked up my phone and called her. She didn't pick up. I held the phone, shaking. I had never been this angry. I took a deep breath. Maybe it was my fault. Rainey always had a high libido. She loved to dress up and buy toys. I didn't like it, and I always refused her. Maybe that was why she went and found someone else. But she had promised to love me forever. And I had worked hard to give her what she had now. She was a famous dance teacher, beautiful and in good shape. Young girls loved her and went to her studio. She would always say, Ethan, you made me who I am. In the old world, I was ugly and poor. I'm glad I met you here. She was a player. I wasn't shocked. I had met others before. My family, my friends had all been played. But it was the first time I was targeted. I thought she only wanted to do her job, so I had rejected her. Until I got stuck in the mountains. She had appeared out of nowhere and had carried me out. I vowed to treat her well for the rest of my life. She vowed to me, "I love only Ethan. It's because I love you, not because of my mission." I believed her. I thought she would stay with me forever. But she had given me such a big surprise. When I got home, Rainey had just gotten out of the shower. She looked at me with contempt. "Look at you. You're always so dull. You're so weak. I regret marrying you. You can't even satisfy me." I worked hard for her. It was normal to be tired. But she was saying this. Did she forget that she had begged me to marry her? That day, she hugged me and said, "Ethan, I will be with you forever. I will never let you down." Before I could say anything, she looked at me and went into the bedroom. She locked it and told me not to bother her. I went to the other room. The system appeared. "Hi, Ethan. I am the after-sales system for your relationship with Rainey. How was your relationship for the past 3 years?" Yes, Rainey and I had been married for 3 years. Her mission had been successful for 3 years. She must have put a lot of work into it. Everyone said she loved me so much. The system must have thought so too. She's cheating on me. I was angry. I couldn't control myself. I remembered the things Caleb had said. Disgusting. I held my stomach, trying to calm myself. "You mean she's cheating? Are you sure?" "Of course. The lover came to my hospital today." "Okay, I've checked. Rainey has cheated. She needs to do your mission again. If she fails, she will be punished, and you decide her punishment." I didn't expect the system to come back. I didn't know if it was good or bad. But for now, it was good. "System, does her mission have a time limit?" "Not really, but every month. I will check your love for her. If it's 0, she will fail. If it's not 0, she will keep trying to win you over." I received a text. It was a picture from an unknown number. It was in our bedroom, and Rainey was kneeling in front of Caleb. My phone fell. I felt sick. I threw up the food I ate. I remembered her promises. The first time I met her, I was being attacked. She had blocked a knife for me. After the surgery, she told me her mission. She said, "Ethan, I swear, I'm not doing this because of a mission. I really love you." I had chosen not to believe her, until she saved me, and I believed her, that she truly loved me. For the last 3 years, she had always told me she would never betray me. Now, those promises were broken. I went to the bedroom and knocked on the door. The noise got louder. I kicked down the door. Caleb was sitting on the bed, enjoying Rainey. It hurt my eyes. I could accept that she didn't love me, but I couldn't accept being betrayed. "Rainey." She looked at me. I saw the tattoo. It was of a man's profile, his lips kissing her breast. It was their tattoo. They had the same pose. She didn't have this before. We hadn't slept together, so I didn't notice. "Honey, you're here." She smiled. "Do you want to join?" "Slut." I was angry. She was shocked. "Caleb, you can go. I'll see you tomorrow." She was talking sweetly to him. Caleb put on his pants and smiled. "Okay, next time. I want to play harder. I'm young. I can play as much as you want. Not like some old people." He bumped into me as he left. She was shameless. I was there, and she wasn't guilty. "Give me an explanation." I tried to control my anger. She put on her uniform, as if it was nothing. "Don't you see? What is there to explain?" She was calm. "Did you forget what you said to me?" I tried to stay calm. My heart was in pain. She laughed. "You mean that I truly loved you? Ethan, you've read so many books, but are so dumb to believe that. Do you know how many men I've targeted? There were hotter and richer guys than you. Why would I love you?" "Why, indeed? I was just a target, and I've already done so much for you. My mission was successful, and it's been 3 years, but I didn't throw you away." She said. I didn't think she would be like this. "Let's divorce then." "No way." She came over and held my hand. "It's more exciting to sleep with someone when I'm married. I won't divorce you." I felt sick. I wanted revenge. "System, did you tell her to continue the mission?" "Not yet. I'm telling her now." The system replied. Ethan, I can hear everything they say. The system told her. Warning, your love score with Ethan is at 1. Please start your mission, or you'll be punished. Her face paled. She said to the system, didn't my mission succeed? And your score is wrong, Ethan can't be at 1. 3 years ago, I heard it at 100, but now it was 1. I must have been so disappointed. No, and a successful mission doesn't mean you can do anything you want. Next month, I will test Ethan's love for you. If it's 0, you fail. If it's more than 1, you can continue your mission. She was despairing. I turned to leave. She grabbed my hand. Ethan, don't go. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Please forgive me. It was laughable. She was so fake. I thought she was special, but she was selfish. I shook her off. Rainey, I will never forgive you. When she was trying to get me to love her, we went to the north to see the snow. We were holding hands. She said, Ethan, we have to be together forever. I really love you. I thought love was real, but now I knew it was fake. I was going to leave. She followed me. Ethan, please don't leave me. What will I do? Her eyes were red. She had used her tears before. I wouldn't believe her, but I had 1% of love left. I would give her hope so that when her time was up, she would despair. Rainey, those that betray others don't have it easy. I stayed at the hospital. Rainey came every day with lunch. She was patient. She carved carrots with my name on them. She knew I liked watermelon, and she took out all the seeds. Ethan, these are all your favorites. I worked so hard. She looked happy. At the same time, I heard her ask the system, what is Ethan's love score? The system, 1. Her face fell. Ethan, you said you wanted to see Shueji-chin's concert. It's tonight. I'll go with you. Last month on my birthday, she had said, do you think I'm as free as you? I'm too busy. I had believed her, but I learned that she had been with Caleb. That shining woman had become filth. My phone lit up. It was the same number. Rainey said she wants to hook up with me tonight, and I'll send you a video. I felt sick. She patted my back. What's wrong? I turned off my phone and said, okay, let's go to the concert. Caleb had a big ego. She wasn't going to see him. She picked me up. She had bought coffee and matching headbands. She smiled. Ethan, I really love being with you. It's comfortable. I broke up with Caleb. I'm going to love you. I was wrong. I laughed. You said I was weak and couldn't satisfy you, and you love me? Her face fell. I was trying to make you mad. I'm like that. Don't take it to heart. Her phone rang. My baby, Caleb. She panicked and stepped on the brakes, hanging up. Ethan, I broke up with him. He keeps bothering me. I'll block him now. She blocked him. I nodded. She sighed and handed me mints. I got you these. You always have a sore throat. She was so thoughtful. Your body is important. It hurts me when you're not well. I opened them, but they didn't taste like they used to. I could never go back. At the concert, everyone was cheering. She wiped my seat and put my drinks and snacks in front of me. She even had a fan. People said she was a great wife. I didn't say anything. She was just acting. She went to the bathroom. When she came back, she had a veil and a ring. She knelt before me. Ethan, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Let's get back together. She asked the system, is his love level any higher? It wasn't. She was sad. I took a photo of her and sent it to Caleb. He loved her so much. I forgive you. I helped her up. She asked the system. The answer was the same. She was sad. She had tried this on me before. I had grown up in the country. No one had been so romantic. She made me feel special. But now, I wouldn't be moved. My heart was dead. Rainey, I would let you chase me, but there was nothing. Caleb came. He hugged her. Rainey, you said you only loved me. Are you lying to me? She pushed him away. Get out. People were talking. Isn't that Rainey Lin? Yeah, she has a lover. Caleb was hurt. Rainey, you weren't like this in bed. You liked my body. You said you'd leave him. I almost laughed. He was naive. Because he was, I was able to bring him here. Just go. I never loved you. It was just for fun. Caleb tried to kiss her. People were taking photos. She pushed him away. Ethan, I'll deal with this. After she left, I asked the system, I get to decide the punishment, right? Yes, Ethan. What are they usually? Death, or an impossible task, being trapped forever? Impossible task. I mumbled. Once, she told me about a nightmare. She had been punished. She had been given an impossible task, and she kept being shocked. She was scared. That was her punishment. System, when she fails, make her target a man with no emotions. The system was surprised. Okay, I've never seen such a punishment before. Death wasn't the worst thing. Living forever was. The next day, I did a surgery. My colleague told me to look down. There was a sex doll holding a sign. Ethan, please forgive me. It was Rainey. She had done this before. I would never believe her. I went down, and she danced for me. She took off the mask. Her hair was wet with sweat. Ethan, I didn't know Caleb would come. I've broken up with him. But that doesn't change anything. I was cold. She bit her lip. I can fix my virginity. I can get clean. It can all be fixed, Ethan. She was so outrageous. To make me love her, she was willing to do anything. But I wouldn't believe her. Okay, I forgive you. I watched her. I gave her hope. I wanted to make her feel despair. Rainey made me dinner. Ribs, fish, etc. She had cooked for me before. But that was a long time ago. I ate. She served me. Ethan, thank you for forgiving me. Do you still love me? I paused. Of course. She asked the system, is it a 100? It replied, now it's at 0.5. Her face fell. You do, right? Of course. She was angry. You're lying. You don't love me. When did you learn how to lie? From you. She was silent. I'm sorry, it was my fault. She was always quick. I didn't answer and went into the bedroom. I sent a photo of my meal to Caleb. She made me food, said she wants to sleep with me. He replied, you wait. I laughed. After she showered, she came in with a nightgown. Ethan, let's have a baby. She smiled. She thought if she had a baby, I would love her again. Why do you want a baby? I thought you hated them. She used to say that she thought children were annoying. I just feel like we've been married so long. She grabbed my hand. I just want a child that looks like you. Liar. I smiled. Okay. She asked the system. 0.3. What? Are you kidding me? She was angry. You were the one who cheated. She couldn't say anything. She tried to take off my clothes. Someone kicked open the door. It was Caleb. He pulled me off the bed. You dare touch my woman. He was just a mistress. He punched me. Rainey screamed and was holding her head. The system told me that if I was hurt, she would have a headache. Don't hit him. Caleb, get out. She started hitting him. He wouldn't listen. Rainey, I know he's forcing you. Let me kill him. He was attacking me. She jumped in front of me, just like she did back then. I realized that she had saved me so she wouldn't have a headache. She never loved me. Warning, your love level is at 0.2. She was pale. She attacked Caleb. Get out, get out. I never liked you. It was just for fun. Caleb was shocked. She used to tell him sweet lies. She slapped him. He looked hurt. Rainey, I regret loving you. He left. I sat up. Rainey rushed to me. Ethan, are you okay? Caleb is crazy. Let's move. I pushed her away. Let's divorce. No. She knelt. Please, I love you. Can't we go back to the way things were? No. I left. She cried. What do I need to do? I stopped. Post an apology. Admit your affairs. I'll forgive you then. She was quiet, then said, okay. I didn't think she would do it. She did. She apologized to me, and to everyone else. She knelt and hurt herself. Ethan, I love you. I can't live without you. For a second, I felt bad for her. That feeling increased my love score by 0.1. She called me. Ethan, I knew you wouldn't leave me. It was fine. I would let her have hope. She would suffer. Caleb posted a video of them together. Rainey is a slut. A bus. She was hated. Because of the video, my love score was at 0.1. I knew how it worked. If I saw her with another man, my love would disappear. On the day they would test my love, she hurt Caleb. The system said that she wanted to kill him, but she was scared she would go to jail. She was desperate. He was at the hospital, and he asked for me. I saw Rainey there. Ethan, I just wanted to explain everything. Caleb looked at me. We were just lovers. She hasn't been seeing me. Ethan, forgive her. I understood. She had told him about the system, and they wanted to get me to love her again. I looked at her, and I remembered what she had said. Ethan, if there is a next life, I want to be with you. This is the first time I've loved someone. Then, I remembered her and Caleb. My love score went to 0. The system spoke to her. Warning, your score is now at 0. You have failed and must be punished. No. She was pale. She hugged me, but I moved. She fell. Is it you? Did you do this on purpose? So what? Rainey, you broke my heart, and now you'll be punished. It's your biggest fear. She was pale and grabbed my leg. Ethan, please. I was so good to you. How can you do this? And you? Are you human? You could have left any time, but you were sleeping with me and with him. It was for fun. I was bored. Ethan, help me. Dash. She screamed. Caleb hugged her. What did you do to her? I said, Rainey, goodbye. I left. The system told me. Rainey has been sent to another world. She will be repeating the same mission. I'll be leaving too. Have a good life. Thank you, system. Rainey died in that world. Caleb told the police that I did it. But there wasn't any proof, and the autopsy showed she had died from a disease. Caleb came to me and punched me. I grabbed his hand. Rainey is gone. You're next. I threw a paper at him. It was his medical report. He had cancer. He went pale. No, it's impossible. Did you do this? Did you and that system do this? I pushed him away. It was your fate. I had warned him. He was a good man who had let his life waste away. He chose this. I went home. He was on his knees, crying. He had a bright future and a normal life. But he fell. It was his fault. A year later, Caleb died. The system asked me if I wanted to see Rainey. I agreed. I saw an old lady following a man. She cried, "Love me, please. I want to leave." The system said, that was Rainey. 1 year had passed for me, but 50 had passed for her. She had been trying for years, but she never won. She was crazy. She was hitting the man and crying, Ethan, don't leave me. Come back. I'm sorry. It was pointless. We could never go back. I went back home. 2 years passed, and I was famous. Everyone admired me. Rainey, the system said, she had died 3 times. This was her 4th mission. She would be trapped there, forever.